Let's start this meditation with a very short Zen story. I received this in my mailbox a couple of months ago from Henry Shukman, a Zen teacher, a Zen master, British Zen master who sometimes sends out some meditation advice, and in this mail he added a short Zen story. Let's use that story as a foundation for this meditation. Here it is. An old Zen master, Yaoshan, who lived in 9th century China, used to advise students to take the backward step that shines the lamp inward. That phrase apparently helped a lot of his students and has come down into the annals of Zen as a sound piece of meditative advice. Yaoshan seems to be saying something like, relax, don't strive, release back into a light of awareness that is already present. Sometimes practice can feel a little like drawing backward into a certain kind of presence that's already here. Many people have reported to me that it always feels sweet when that happens, as if this presence doesn't ask anything of us. Be open to that happening, but don't try to bring it on. It may switch on when we least expect it. The advice of taking a backward step seems to suggest that it won't help to be striving forward, thinking we know where to go in meditation, but that gentle release backwards is always there, ready to be recognized. So let's slowly start from there. Not doing too much, but gently taking that backward step. And just sit for a while with your eyes closed and just see what happens. Don't do anything. Just be with whatever is going on. Already notice if you have this urge to press away these thoughts or feelings. The idea is to be with it, embrace it. It can be very uncomfortable. But here's the thing, meditation isn't always comfortable. Bring your attention inwards. Bring your attention to your body. Feel yourself sitting. Notice whatever is going on inside your body. And just let it all happen. I often say this, but it can be worth repeating. It's almost a revolutionary act not to act. Just to be with whatever is. Become aware of the rhythm of your breath. And let yourself become soft, mild, easy. Try to really feel, really understand that there's nothing you have to do. There's nothing you can do well or bad. Just surrender to your sitting, surrender to your breath. to the rhythm, to whatever is going on. No need to intervene. Just sit back. Just relax, don't strive, and release back into a light of awareness that is already present. Relax, don't strive. So relax your body, make it physical. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. Bring your attention to your face. Just let it go. And feel your neck and your shoulders. And let them go limp. They have nothing to carry. Just let them be. Release all the tension in your chest, your back. Trust your body to just sit, relax into the sitting. Relax your legs. And return your attention to the rhythm of your breath. And notice there is nothing you have to do. It is not a question of bringing a laser focus on your breath. It's much more an open attention. You bring your attention to the whole body, and within that awareness you notice this easy rhythm. Just tag along. Enjoy the rhythm. And let the breath be your guide. Whenever you are distracted, something that will happen. Just the moment you notice that, just return to your guide, return to your breath. It's always there. And it will remind you that there's nothing you have to do. And let every out-breath be a reminder to just let go. Your body does the work out of itself. With every out-breath, it releases. It falls back. It sinks deeper into the moment. I'll be quiet for a while now. Just see if your breath can be your guide to letting go, to just being. Whenever you become distracted, whenever your thoughts run away with you, just notice it. And remember, it's a meditation practice. So this is what always happens. And then ease back into the breath, into the body, to the awareness of sitting, into the awareness of being. And understand that there's nothing you have to do. This is it. You are surrendering yourself to whatever is. And in that surrender, you actually experience what it is to be aware, to be alive even. So let's see if we can step even further out of striving out of this idea of having to meditate. See if you can take that backward step that shines the lamp inward. See if that does anything with you. To take the backward step that shines the lamp inward. As if you're stepping back into something that is already and always there. You don't step into it. You release yourself into it. You surrender to whatever is. In a way, you stop meditating. You stop this idea of doing anything. Just ease back into the moment, to the present moment. In a way, it's almost like you're joining whatever is. You're joining the fabric of awareness, of now. Whenever you notice that words are only confusing and bringing up more thoughts, you can always return to your breath. You can always trust that guide to bring you back into that rhythm, to bring you back into just being, into just sitting. for this last 1 or 2 minutes of this meditation. Just one more time, see if you can enjoy it, see if you can listen to the Zen master, to take the backward step that shines the lamp inward. Let go and enjoy just being. Surrender to whatever is. Okay, slowly bring your awareness to the sitting, to the breath, to your hands and feet, the space around you. Slowly bring some movement back into your body. And in your own time, slowly open your eyes. Slowly return back. So this text that I read is from, I've quoted him before, from Henry Shukman. He's a British Zen master and writer and poet. He now lives in Santa Fe, Mexico. He does a lot of, he works together with David White, the poet, since a couple of years. And I really like his emphasis on awareness, and also his poetic way of describing the meditative life, I would say. And here's another part of a newsletter about awareness. And he says, "How amazing is it that we are aware? What extraordinary set of evolutionary chances have led to our species having the mental capacity to be aware. And not only that, but to be aware of our own ability to be aware. All of us will have times when we feel discouraged in a meditation journey. It is just inevitable. Sometimes we seem to get it and have a lovely or exciting sit. Other times we don't feel we're getting anything. I think the same is true with any long-term practice we take on. But actually, who cares whether we are getting it or not? Can we just sit back and enjoy this simple fact? We are aware. We experience life. And whatever we are feeling, we are aware of it. Awareness is always here. What a precious gift." And it's this, tell that to someone who's suffering, right? But that's the whole. But that's like this stepping back. That the more, and that's what in meditation practice I have learned, or I've experienced, that the more and more you just sit with whatever is, the more you become attuned to this greater presence, this greater awareness, that is kind of a witness to whatever is happening. It's almost as if a space starts to build between your small personality, or your I, or your you, and the fact that anything is happening at all. And it brings a great spaciousness to be able to bring awareness to whatever you are doing. In a very specific or simple way, it's whenever you're angry or whenever you are in a stressful situation. This is actually it's kind of a superpower, basically. When you are in that mode, your world becomes small, right? When we panic, the world becomes small. Panic is, you see no ways out, right? And just by attuning yourself to that awareness, to by taking a couple of deep breaths, or just by understanding that there is a greater awareness, you kind of step out of the story of your life. You kind of step out of this idea that you are panicking, and you see, oh wait, there is a broader perspective. It brings you out of the story that you think you are in. And in meditation, one way to look at meditation is that it's a practice where you become more attuned to this broader perspective, where you just sit and experience whatever is going on without intervening. And this is one of the big, almost, it's such a simple practice, but at the same time, it's a very difficult one. I think it's pretty courageous to sit down and meditate, because you are basically confronted with whatever the hell is going on in your crazy mind, and we are all have crazy minds. If you write down whatever goes on in your mind for a day, I'm pretty sure most of us would get at least canceled or arrested. Um, it's and just to be able to just sit back from that and not act on these impulses and just let it slowly ease, because that's what happens. It slowly eases, it slowly calms down, and it eases out. And it's almost as if, and I think this is actually true, is just by sitting and not responding, you are letting your old conditioning slowly ebb away. Because where usually you would just respond to whatever comes up, they lose their power of influence and break the habits of your behavior, because you break the habits of your thinking. And a lot of our behaviors come from our thinking and come from old patterns. But again, at the end, maybe just to finish it up a bit, I do believe it is a somewhat courageous act, because I remember my first retreats. Well, my first Zen retreat. They didn't give any meditation. They didn't tell you how to meditate, just because Zazen is just to sit, be with whatever is. And I remember sitting there, and in my mind, I got up, and I thought I had a samurai sword, and I went it all, and I just wanted to kill everyone in that place. But then this other thought came in. This happens because I'm just sitting. This is what comes up because I'm sitting, and it's like my mind was this tiger in a cage. But then I had this awareness that I thought, that's so crazy. Just by sitting and not doing anything, all this anger comes up. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute, this is all old anger. These are all old patterns that it's almost as if you're releasing them more and more. And you're stepping out of the story that you think you're in. And it's in that way can be a very liberating experience, but at the same time, not always a pleasant one. So I do hope it was a pleasant one, but at the same time, you never know. And I hope the backward step that shines the lamp inward, it may have done nothing and may have just confused everyone, or it's weird with these phrases. Sometimes something clicks during a meditation, and you can surrender to this weird language, and it kind of, you understand and you let go. And sometimes it's like, who is this crazy Zen monk talking about inward steps and lamps? Because I don't experience any inner lamps. Okay, so okay. this was meditation for this week. If anyone wants to hang out and talk and discuss meditation or life, you are very welcome. And otherwise, you're also very welcome to leave, as always. So, always happy to see you.